Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. I am bringing you another episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 10, Episode 7, BeTwan, 2 words, okay? BeTwan, 2 words, okay? All right. If you are new here, welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. We do reviews here. That's all we do right now. Okay, we'll try to expand it a little later, but this is what we do right now. And if you are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You know your crazy cousin, okay? We family here, okay? So give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And we will begin. Okay. All right. Destiny meets up with Lance and she bring him a baby gift, okay? For the new baby. All right now. Good for her. She's sweet like that. She's sweet, so she bring him a baby gift. Okay. So Lance said, I ain't tell nobody about the baby because I ain't know if it was mine or not. So I ain't tell nobody. Okay. Until I found out it was mine, and then I had to take custody of it. We still don't know why Lance got custody of this baby. And where the mama at. We don't know what the hell happened to the mama. We don't know why Lance got the sole custody right now of this baby. Maybe just because of the TV show. Okay. Or maybe because, the baby the baby mama probably living there with Lance. Okay. But this may be a storyline for Lance, okay? She may be living in that house with the baby, okay? But maybe this is a storyline for Lance because we don't know why he got sole custody of this baby when the baby should be with the mama, okay? So the mama may be hiding from the cameras and shit. But she's still living there, and now Lance got to be tired and shit, and so Nell got to go and rescue him a few days a week. This may just be a storyline because I can't understand why this baby don't have no damn mama. Okay, but we're gonna leave that alone. So we go back to our regularly scheduled programming. Okay. So anyway. So, they said he said he left LA because he was tired. He didn't want to be there no more. But, everybody's saying that the baby was coming. That's why he left LA. But he was just like, no, he just left LA because he just wanted to go. So Lance in the confessional saying, he thought he could marry said he could marry Destiny. He said, but it was too many red flags. Yes, it. Okay, so I'm crazy. Okay, so how you got red flags when you got a girl pregnant? You over there raw dogging females, and you got a girl pregnant. How she got red flags? Cause she ain't give you none, and so you had to go raw dog somebody else and get a girl pregnant. What the fuck going on? What kind of red flags did she give you when y'all was just dating and y'all wasn't even doing nothing? What kind of red flags could she give you? Okay. I don't understand. So because she got red flags, you go raw dog some other girl and get her pregnant. Is that what that is? Tell me. I'm just asking for a friend, Lance. I'm just asking for a friend. What kind of red flags did she have? Okay. She ain't even give you none. She ain't pay for a date. Okay, was that what the red flag was? Was she expensive? She had delusion of grandeur. I don't understand. What the fuck? What kind of red flags did she have, Lance? Come on, come tell me. Okay, tell me, cause all y'all was doing was dating. Was she an expensive date? That could be a red flag that she was expensive, and she was kind of like, I can't afford you like that. Okay, maybe that may be it. Okay, cause that's dog. Y'all wasn't even doing that. What kind of red flags? Was she a bad kisser? Cause obviously that's all y'all did. Was she a bad kisser? Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what kind of. So you go raw dog some girl and get her pregnant. Yep, that's what you do. That's what you do. But your baby mama living with you. I don't believe none of that shit. Anyway, so then Lance said, when you were flirting with my security, I thought that if security was for her, and I don't even know why they had security there for her anyway. But I thought the security was for her. You talking about you flirting with my security. Why you got security, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, it was his godbrother Twan. Okay? And so she was like, he was fine. She said, I wasn't flirting with him, but I was looking at him because he was fine. Hey, it's okay to look, just don't touch. I don't see no problem with Destiny, because they said she was giving googly eyes, and I don't see the problem with all of that. I don't. Okay, but it is what it is. Okay, but she said I ain't saying nothing inappropriate and stuff. And so Lance was like, "That's my god brother," and she was like, "I didn't even know that was your god brother." She was like, but if he interested, because apparently Latricia told Destiny that he was interested in dating her. And he said, "What?" And she tell Lance, she was up front. Listen, if he want to date me, I'm gonna say yeah, cause he fine like that. Okay, so if he asked, I'm gonna say, and then she like, if you okay with that, and Lance was like, yeah, I'm okay with it. Whatever. So Morris, Lord, Maurice meets up with the men. Marceau, Chris, Ken, fine ass Will. Hey, fine ass Will. And Martell and Lance. So Lance tells Martell that he had a talk with Destiny. And she was upset because, he didn't tell her about the baby. She really wasn't upset about the baby. She was upset that he didn't mention or tell her about the baby. And I mean, I get that. And so, and then she was like, but now she interested in my boy. That's your brother, boo. That's your brother. That ain't your boy. That's your brother. Okay, if he Nell God brother, then he your God brother. Okay, or her godson, then he your God brother. So more so your brother. Okay, okay. And so yeah, she said he said yeah he interested in my boy, but Maurice is talking to Lance about getting a vasectomy. He was like, because you can't just be raw dogging females and getting females pregnant. So you might need to get a vasectomy. It's reversible if you get married or something, but you may need to get a vasectomy like Maurice and Marceau did. So they can't be they can't be producing other kids like Martell did, and then their wives leave them. So that's why they got a vasectomy. That's the only reason why I got the vasectomy, because Martell got somebody pregnant and she didn't get rid of the damn baby. That's how Martell's marriage died. And went into and that's how Martell got a divorce. And so they know that if they get some lady pregnant, then Kimmy and Letitia gonna divorce them, and they don't want that to happen. So that's why they got a vasectomy, and that's why they telling Lance to get a vasectomy, so he don't produce no more kids. Okay. I know. I already know. Okay, that's the reason why y'all got the vasectomy. So y'all don't get nobody pregnant. Cause y'all all still cheating. Every last one of them except for Will. Hey Will. Hey Will. Okay. Everybody else cheating. All y'all cheaters. Everybody in Huntsville. Except for Will. Hey Will. I don't know what happened here. Okay. But yeah, hey Will. Anyway, um, so yeah, so y'all, all y'all cheat. So I ain't got no. That's not a big deal. So Marsau walk in late. They asked Kim, about uh the divorce with Latricia and Marquez. And so, and they was like, he was like, well, once they get the divorce, y'all gonna get married. And they was like, and Kim was like, I don't even know if I want to marry her. She need to work on some shit. So I don't even know if I want to marry her. Marsau was like, why don't you take a break? You um date other people and everything like that. He was like, no, I don't want to date other people. I don't want to find another woman. She just need to work on some shit. So. And so then Martell brings up to Ken, how do you know Ariane? And so Ken was like, I don't even know Ariane. I don't know her from Adam. And so then Maurice gonna ask Will, well, do you know Ariane? And so Will was like, fine ass Will. Will was like, she came by my baby mama place. Before he said my child's mother, but I don't put baby mama. Okay, she came by my baby mama place. Okay, okay. So then, but come here, Will. Come here. You fine. You real fine, real tall, big, and fine. Okay. But these braids, they look like they struggling. They got struggle braids. I don't know what you got going on in your head. They look like struggle braids, okay? These braids ain't it. He cute though. He fine as a mug, but y'all, you need to get somebody else to do your braids, honey. They struggling right now. Anyway, okay. Anyway, so Maurice gonna ask Chris, does he know Ariane? Why everybody asking everybody? Did they just want to say Ariane's name the whole time? Just to say that, they said her name. Apparently she can't come on the screen, because Mel is still like executive producer or whatever, so she really can't come on the screen. Okay, so but they can say her name. so everybody, I mean, Maurice and Martell asking everybody, do they know Ariane? I don't understand why. So Chris was like, I've met her a couple times, whatever. And so then Will make a joke. He was like, well, Ariane did come over one time to work out. And then he was like, no, I'm lying. Martell looked like he about to fight him. But that was the same thing that Martell and Latricia was talking about. And, they was making up shit talking about, I did go over there, but I didn't go over there. I trained him. I trained him in the clubhouse. I didn't go over there. He did DM me, but I ain't go over there. But now I went over there, but it wasn't in the house. It was in the clubhouse, and now it's in the house and shit. I don't know, honey. I don't know. But that was funny, Will. That was funny. Fine ass. Okay, anyway. Martell brings up the fight that they had at Destiny's Field Day. And so Marsau said, well, you said something about Ariane, and then you backtrack talking about, I could have been mistaken. I could have been mistaken. He said, so that's the reason why, I brought up, your Letitia and her escapades. But per Letitia, that was back in college. Maybe that was before Marsau and Letitia got married. So I don't know what kind of escapades that could have been. And so, but Marsau said, well, I still could have been mistaken of whatever they said Ariane did. And so then Maurice was like, listen, we all need to get all of this stuff out. So let's go outside. So they go outside and sit by the fire pit and stuff like that. So Marsau over here talking about, I'm hungry. I need some coleslaw. I need some coleslaw on my dog. And so that was a reference to Ariane. Because shout out to Funky Dineva. He named her Coleslaw, and so everybody calling her Coleslaw, okay? Including Martell, okay? Who is friends with Funky Dineva, okay? Yeah, so everybody calling her Coleslaw. So that is a reference to Ariane. So Will said, it's really more between y'all, Marsau and Martell. And so he said, yeah, it's feeling like it's really more between y'all. So Maurice said, well, when Scope broke up, why? And I guess he was asking Martell, why didn't you get bought out? And so Martell said, well, in the beginning, Marsau couldn't find a job. He was let go from the theater because he was a manager at a movie theater. And so Martell said, let's get we can get this construction company together. And once we get this construction company together, I can get bought out. I think that's bullshit. Okay, if you gonna produce a whole construction company for commercial and residential businesses and things like that, and then so it get all on the way and getting all kinds of money and profit and all that other stuff, and then you want to get bought out because you don't want to do that. I call bullshit on that one. Okay, if it's bringing in all kinds of income and stuff like that, you gonna still be over there. Okay, so I call all kinds of bullshit on that. But then Marsau lying, saying I was working at the movie theaters, but I had 10 homes and 3 apartment complexes. I call bullshit on that too. If you had 10 homes and 3 apartment complexes, what the fuck you need to work in the movie theater for? Okay, you should be generating income in your sleep. What the fuck you going working at the movie theater for? So I call bullshit on that. Okay, I call bullshit on Marsau working at the movie theaters and owning all these goddamn properties. And I call bullshit on Martell wanting to start a business and then getting bought out because he don't want to do the business no more, especially if it's making profit and stuff. I call bullshit on all of that shit. But Chris in the confessional saying, well, if you have so much real estate, why you working at the theater and why you need to go into business with Martell if you got all these businesses? He said it just ain't adding up. Correct. It is not adding up. Okay. It is not. And I repeat, not adding up.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Right. Okay. It is not adding up. Okay. So whatever. You can't. I'm with Chris. That ain't adding up. Anyway, Maurice talking to Marsau, and he said Martell genuinely was concerned about you. You were working every day, and you had a wife and kids, and obviously that movie theater wasn't producing what the fuck you want him to produce, and so that's why you had to go into business with Martell. Don't try it. And then the shit was underwater until Tisha cleaned it up for you. So I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about anyway. Okay. It was probably underwater, and probably yeah. I don't even know why. I don't even know why it was underwater, but Tisha or Mel bailed you out. I don't know. I have no idea. But the women always bailing the bullshit out anyway. Anyway, Marsau in the confessional saying that, Martell saying he doing me a favor going into business with me because he think he better than me. All y'all the same. Y'all all cheating. Okay? all y'all cheating. Except for Will, boo. Except for Will. All y'all cheaters. Y'all all the same. Y'all, no one is better than the other one. Now, there are people who dress better than the other people. Okay? Okay? There are people who dress better than the other people. Okay? Chris is stunting on all y'all motherfuckers. Okay? Chris is stunting on all y'all motherfuckers. Okay? Chris is doing it, okay? And then right behind him is Martell, okay? Right behind him is Martell. So he may be dressing better than you, but y'all all the fucking same. Y'all all cheaters, okay? Include Chris, but Chris be stunting on y'all motherfuckers, okay? Stunting. Okay. Anyway, Marsau said Martell, when Martell is down, he want to bring everybody else down, and then he made a reference. Marsau made a reference to about Martell being a busy little bee, and that was apparently in season 1. That him and Letitia and Kimmy and Maurice was riding in the limo or whatever, and Marsau said Martell was a busy little bee, and so Martell was like, well, what does that mean, a busy little bee? And he's like, cheating. That's what it is. And so Martell was like, but I've been coming at you and Tisha because of your lies. And so the lie wasn't he was a busy little bee because he was cheating. So he ain't coming at you for that. He coming at you for them lies, that quote unquote lie that Tisha's told about him sleeping with men. That's what he was coming at you about, That's the reason why he did that interview, because Tisha said that he sleep with men, okay? And that is quote unquote a lie. We don't really know. But that what Martell said. That's a lie. We still don't know. Okay? We still don't know. So, and so Marsau was like, well, what did you get from that interview or whatever? Did you get some satisfaction? Martell was like, you goddamn right, I got satisfaction. He said, but when somebody was your boy, and so Marsau was like, I'm not your boy. Get that out your mind. I am not your boy, so stop that. And so Martell was like, I just don't like liars. Period. And he said, I don't like liars, and I bring the facts. And I do believe that girl slept with Martell and Maurice in credit one. I do believe her. Okay. I do believe her. Okay. But I kind of believe that Martell was sleeping with men too. Okay. I do believe that. Okay. Now, all of this could not be, it may not be true. I don't know. But I do believe Martell was sleeping with men. And I do believe the girl was sleeping with Maurice and Marsau. I do believe that too, cause they all cheaters. Okay, and who knows? Marsau and Maurice could be sleeping with men too. Who knows? We don't know. You know, we don't know. That wasn't brought out, but that girl was brought out, and I believe her. Okay, but so Marsau said, listen, well, that was not true. That girl that he brought out. That what he said. That was not true. But he said, well, you have something else. You need to just put it out. Just put the vagina on the table. Martell said, nope, I'm not gonna do that. But if you come at me, I'm firing back with somebody with some other person, because apparently he got plenty of people that he could fire back to, because Marsau and Maurice have been cheating. He already said y'all done slept with 20 women. And I'm getting divorced because I got my one girl pregnant. Okay. one of the many I got pregnant. Okay. But you all done slept with more than 20 women. Okay. So apparently he got some more names that he can come out with and he can do an interview with and stuff like that. Okay. So that's what it is. That's what it is. So he said, I'm not saying nothing else. Because Marsau said put the vagina on the table. He said, nope, I'm not doing that. But if you come at me, I'm coming back at you. That's it. So Marsau was like, listen, I'm going to keep my name out your mouth, and you keep keep my name out your mouth. Or I'm going to keep your name out my mouth, and you should keep my name out your mouth. That's it. That's it. That's what he going to say. Yeah, because you know, if you say anything else about Martell, what he gonna do. So I understand why he wants to keep that name by the mouth. Okay, moving on. So Nell is bootleg working out with Twan and Lance. Yeah, they just got over there, to talk about Destiny. Okay, so Lance said Latricia told Lance told Nell that Latricia told Destiny that Twan was interested in her. Nell said Latricia should be worried about Ken and Marquez and not worried about Destiny. Okay, she should be worrying about her own shit over there, Ken and Marquez. Because she need to stay out of grown folks' business, basically. And Nell asked, well, did she? Oh, okay, here we go. That's what it is. I said, what the fuck? Okay. So Nell asked Twan, did he? I said, I wrote down, did you hit it, baby? And I was just like, who hitting a baby? Okay. That's what I wrote down. That's what she said. Well, let me clarify that. Let me clarify that. Nell asked Twan, did he smash Destiny? Okay. I was like, did you hit it, baby? I said, who hitting the baby? What the hell? Okay. That's what I get. Okay, so Nell asked Twan, did he smash Destiny? And he said, no, I didn't smash her. Okay. So I was like, who hidden babies here? So Nell was like, well, maybe she want to get you back for land, get you back because you had a baby on her. And so Lance was like, that is weird, that she want to date my god brother and stuff. But he was like, but it don't feel like she's trying to get back at me. But Nell was like, well, I need to reevaluate my friendship with Destiny anyway, And so then she asked Lance, did he smash Destiny? And so he didn't say anything. But in his confessional, he was like, now, Mom relax. He was like, what we did or what we didn't do is between us. It's none of your business. But I don't think he smashed her at all anyway. And I think that's the reason why she smashed another girl and got her pregnant. That's the problem. So Destiny meets up. Nell meets up with Destiny. And so Nell was like, at your event, matter of fact, what event? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, it was at her event, her Madani something. She said that you need to reevaluate your friendship with, Destiny's friendship with Nell. And Destiny was like, well, it was a decision, because you invited people, Sonny, that's who she invited, that I didn't get along with. And she said, now I was hurt because you invited her, basically. So she said, yeah, but I was uncomfortable being around Sonny. But then Nell was like, well, in LA, you kind of had an attitude. And so then she said, yeah, I was a little hurt because Letitia said y'all left because Lance was having a baby. Ooh, Nell, honey. Nell fire hot about that. So when she mad at Letitia, she called her Letitia Scott. Okay, it ain't Letitia. She called her Letitia Scott. So she said, Letitia Scott don't know what she talking about. She needs to worry about Martell and that interview with that girl. She keep she need to keep my name out her motherfucking mouth. God damn. She said the baby wasn't even being born when we left LA. She said, but Nell, you said that y'all had to rush back because she was in labor. You said that you said that on one of the first or the second episode. Why? Because I reviewed these motherfuckers. So I know you said that you rushed back because she was in labor. No, don't try it. Don't try it now. Don't try it. You said that. So anyway, here we go. So then she said, but Destiny, Nell told Destiny, she said, but you was flirting with my godson and you supposed to be dating my son. And so Destiny said, I didn't know that was your godson. And she said, but what? She said, but I was making googly eyes at your godson, but your son was making babies. Okay. 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 Boom. Okay. Your sons was making babies. Okay. Okay, your son was making babies. Okay, so um, so so Nell said that y'all wasn't you didn't tell anybody that y'all wasn't dating anymore. And so Destiny was like, well, were we supposed to update the world? And so then Nell was like, well, you got to select a few people that you dating and stuff. And so she naming people that, like Moses, Jalen, and Lance, and and she was like, hold on. She was like, Moses was the man I was in a relationship with. Everybody else, I don't consider. She was like, well, you was giving big dick energy, big dick energy. She was like, hold on now, hold on. Don't be putting bodies on me. She said, I didn't sleep with none of them, probably except for Moses. Okay. She was like, so she said, I ain't even sleep with Lance. And she was like, I don't believe that. I believe that that's the reason why Lance made the baby. And that's the reason why he got red flags. Because she wouldn't sleep with him. I do believe that. I do believe but she said, I don't believe that. Destiny Destiny said, I told Lance if Twan asked me out, then, I would say yes. She said, but I told Lance that, And so she said, and Nell was like, well, that's how a hookup starts. And she was like, well, Destiny was like, well, you can't get rid of me anyway. She was like, you're going to be a mama to me one way or the other. Okay. So that was the end of the show. Martell and Marsau supposed to get together next episode. Whatever. Anyway, give me a thumbs up. Like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.